How to be a safe parent you never heard. How to be a safe parent you never had. You cannot give what you did not receive. But guess what? You can learn it. And when you do that, you are not just transforming your parenting, you are not just changing parenting, you are changing your family tree. Welcome to tonight's session. My name is Hailuwa Adedeji, the founder and the lead consultant at the Model Family Focus, the parenting guru. Yes, they call me parenting guru. You know why already? Because I love to talk about parenting. I love to teach parenting. Anything about parenting, just count me in. And today is another day. Trust me, if you have been missing parenting with Coach Ayo, you have been missing a lot. Yes, you have been missing a lot, but nevertheless, you are here today. You will have a taste of what we normally, do in class today. Today, we are having another honest conversation, and trust me when I say so that today is another big day that you are going to learn what to do, know what you are not supposed to do that you are doing. And as you all know, I'm not going to stop there. I will equip you with skills, with what you need to do to get to where you should be in your parenting journey. How to become a safe parent you never had. How to become a safe parent you never had. Many of us grew up under a parenting system that, you know, kept us unsafe. And by default, we grow up to become that kind of a parent who is unsafe with his or her children. So, as we all know, you cannot give what you don't have. You cannot give what you have not received, but you can learn it. And that's why I've created this platform for parents, for you and I to come, you know, people of like minds, people who want to grow, people who want to raise well-rounded and balanced children. If you're here with me, can you please give me thumb up in the chat box? Give me a thumb up in the chat box. Let me see that you are in class today. All right. So you cannot give what you didn't receive, but you can learn it. You can learn it. There's practically nothing, absolutely nothing that you cannot learn. And like I do say, that parenting is a learned skill. Parenting is not intuition. It's not what you just grow up, and assume, oh, because I'm now a mother, because I'm now a father, so I know how to parent. No, parenting is a learned skill. I have said this many times, and I will continue to say it because that is the truth. Even as a parenting expert who has authored books, I have authored about 8 books. I'm currently writing the ninth book. Who has taught parenting on different platform. I am still learning. You know why? Because parenting is a journey. Yes, parenting is a journey. We keep learning, we keep growing, and we keep improving on our parenting skills. And when you learn what you did not receive, you are not just changing your parenting. You are not just changing, how you relate with your children. You are changing your family tree. You are transforming your family tree. You are transforming your family tree. So this conversation is actually excuse me, is actually what we need to hear as a parent. So by the end of this class, you will know why good parents still repeat bad, unhealthy patterns. Too many parents as complaints, told me, oh, my father did this to me, I hate it, and I said I'm not going to do it to my children, but somehow I still find myself doing this. Too many parents have said that. Too many parents, maybe you are one of them. So today you will know why good parents still repeat unhealthy patterns. Many of us we are beaten, many of us we are shamed, many of us we are humiliated in the process of discipline. Our parents called it discipline. We didn't like it. And many of us vouched, many of us said, I will never do this to my child. But hey, here you are. You are also repeating the same pattern. The same pattern is surfacing in your own parenting. So you will know why good parents still repeat unhealthy patterns. You will know how child wounds silently affect parenting. Childhood wound. If you are not intentional, if you don't intentionally heal your childhood wound, it doesn't go away by itself, it hides and it will show up in your parenting. So you will know how that happens. You will also know what emotional safety actually looks like. You will understand how to begin healing while raising your children. Many of us, just found ourselves on our parenting journey unprepared. Unprepared. Many of us, many of us were not prepared. I mean, many of us. When we were doing our marriage counseling, when I and my husband, when we were preparing to get married, and we were doing marriage counseling, our reverend then in our family church took the session with us. We had series of sessions, and he talked briefly about parenting. Then I wasn't a parenting expert. All this that I knew, I didn't know then. He just talked, will I even say, he just brushed, as in just a shabby, you know, discussion about parenting. When I got into parenting, when I became a parent, and especially when I began the journey of intentional parenting, which eventually led me to become a parenting expert, I remembered and I was like, so parenting is this huge, and this is what this reverend could just, mention. This is not to blame anyone. That's what he knew. I'm just trying to emphasize the importance of learning parenting. I was like, wow, so parenting is this huge, and hey, this is a class. This is something that's supposed to be taught in marriage counseling with all seriousness. With all seriousness. So you will learn how to begin healing while parenting, while raising your child. I will also teach you the daily habits that make your child feel emotionally safe. Remember, we are talking about how to become a safe parent you never had. So this conversation is very, 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 very important because a lot of us are still dealing with our childhood wounds, our childhood trauma. When I heard parents say, my father beats me and I turn out to be okay, that's a sign of trauma. Yes, that's it. That statement is trauma induced. When someone says, oh, I am here today because of the way my father flogged me, because of the way my father slapped me, that's where I am who I am today. Those kind of statements are trauma induced statements. Many of us knew, many of us didn't. Many of us are living in denial. Imagine a father shouting at his 5-year-old for splitting water or for splitting milk or juice, and 5 minutes later, the same father is feeling guilty. He apologizes, maybe, or even promise himself, oh, I'm not going to do this again. I'm not going to shout again. I'm not going to yell again. I will not do this again. But hey, tomorrow, the shout has begun as early as as the morning started. He shouts again. Why? Because behavior follows programming. Behavior follows programming. You see, our childhood, how we were raised, what we experienced as a child, has programmed a lot of things in our brain that is eventually showing up in our parenting. Many parenting struggles are not even knowledge problems. Yes, many parenting struggles are not even parenting knowledge problems. A lot of parents knew that excessive screen exposure to children are unsafe, yet they use screen to babysit their children. So sometimes the parenting struggle is not about we don't know, it's not knowledge problem. They are healing problems. Healing problems. Because a lot of us are not healed from our childhood wounds, from our childhood trauma. That's why we are struggling in our parenting. That's why we are struggling. Many parents are still trying to raise children. Why they are carrying children inside them? Inside, there's a course we run at the Modern Family Focus. We call it Healing the Inner Child. Some of us, our inner child, our inner children are still wounded. Hmm? The inner child is still scared. The inner child is still feeling rejected. The inner child is still trying to learn to earn love. The inner child is still afraid of failure. Mm? And so when your child accidentally touches those wounds, you know when you have wounds now, when you have a scratch, you understand, and someone accidentally touches it, you know how it feels. You know, you lash out, you react, you will not respond most time, you react, not because of your child, not because of your child behavior, but because of your own history. Who is here with me? Hmm. Because of your own history, because of your own childhood, because of your own inner child that is still wounded, that is still craving for love, that is still craving for attention. How many of you have ever heard yourself say something your parents used to say? That's that one of the things that your parents used to say, and you grew up to hate it, and you keep saying it, and after saying it, you regret it. Let me tell you that I'm not also a saint. There's this statement that my mom used to say. She would say, "Màá nà ẹ́, apá yẹn báyìí wàá máa fi hàn àwọn ọmọ ọmọ ẹ." If you are not Yoruba, sorry about that, but I will try as much as possible to interpret it so that you understand what that means. She would say that she will beat me and give me marks, and I will have scar, and I will be showing that scar to my grandchildren. And lo and behold, she actually gave me scar. She did. I hate that statement. I have a scar beside my eye here. It was the day she flogged me with broom. I hate it. And I was surprised. I said it to my children, my daughter one day. And I was like, immediately I said it, those memories of incidents that will happen that my mom will say that and I will hate it and I will resent, those memories just flashed on my brain. I have been there. Like I do say, parenting is not about perfection. It is about intentionality. It is about intentionality. It is about intentionality. So let's talk about what is a safe parent. Yes, yes, yes. Parenting, it is crucial. Thank you. Parenting is crucial. It is very, very important. I do say that almost all the problems that we are having currently, banditry, kidnapping, robbery, stealing, violence, bad governance, lack of empathy, dirty environments, name it. Name it. Almost all the problems that we are encountering, that is happening, the way our society is, there is one thing that can help out, and it is we getting our parenting right. If we get our parenting right, almost all the problems will be solved. Yes, the credit for the fucked up mind and mental health of mind is because my damn parents made. Hmm. Thank you. I could relate. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that with us. All right. So a lot of us are messed up. Our brains are messed up. Unfortunately, that's why I appreciate these comments. I don't look for parents who, you know, who we want to be perfect. I love to work with honest parents. A parent was sharing with me about 2 weeks ago. She said, my daughter used to do this, my daughter did this, my daughter did that, but I know that I'm at fault. I know I'm not doing this right. I know I'm not, I need help. I said, see, you are already helped. Because I've met quite a number of parents who will say, oh, my child doesn't do this. Oh, I know how to do this. And it will be obvious, even from the conversation. I'm an internationally trained trauma recovery expert. So I can easily tell when statements are trauma induced. And I will just shake my head and, even when trauma is written all over you. Thank you once again for this honest comments that you shared with us. It will help parents that sees this. All right, so let's move on. I was trying to teach us what a safe parent means. What exactly? What does it mean to be a safe parent? Most people define safe parents incorrectly, wrongly, wrongly. A safe parent is not a perfect parent. As a matter of fact, I've been saying this. If you have been following me, you will know. Perfection does not exist. It doesn't. You can never be a perfect parent. And that's why when I see parents who is trying to raise perfect children, I can see that there is problem. There is. There is problem. So, excuse me, a self parent is not a perfect parent. A self parent is not permissive. It's not parent that will just, allow the child to have his or her way. Oh, I want my child to have safe mental, something. So let my child. That's not. A self parent is also not a permissive parent. A self parent is not a rich parent. A self parent is not always a calm parent. You can be calm and not be safe. You can be calm and not be safe. A self parent is someone whose child feels, I can come to you. I can come to you. Many of us, while growing up, hey, I remember there was a day my daughter said something. Mommy, you shouted at me. I can't remember what happened exactly. She said you shouted and I laughed. I said, me shouted at you. Hey, if my grandma, I grew up with my grandmother. If my grandma shouted at you, you would just feel like the ground should open and swallow you. Or if my mother shout, is this shout? Because I say, oh, come on, leave this way. That's that's shout. And because of that, even when things are going wrong, we can't, many of us can't even share with our children. Sorry, with our parents. I have worked with teenagers. And each time I experience this, it's like my childhood is resurfacing. I've worked with teenagers who are carrying burdens, big burdens for years, and they are living under their parents' roof, yet they cannot share with their parents. That is not safe parenting. So, a safe parent is someone whose child feels, oh, I can come to you even when I mess up, even when I make mistake. I can come to you How many of you, how many of us can confidently say that even when my child, messes up, my child can come to me? I know that sometimes children may not be open 100%, but there should be a level of connection that your child will feel vulnerable. How many of us are so safe that our children can feel vulnerable with us? There were times that our children will do something that I think I've shared in one of the classes recently, when I was going out and I assigned our children to do their chores. You clean the house, you wash the dishes, and all of that. And I went out. As soon as I went, they started playing. They didn't even do what I asked them to do. So as I was coming, as they heard the gates, the sound of they started running up and down. They started tidying up. They started rushing, and I knocked the door. And they said, mommy, we are looking for key. Oh, mommy, wait. I was like, where did you keep key? Say, mommy, wait. Where did you keep this? You know, I waited for quite some minutes. Eventually, they opened the door. I was like, why? Mommy, we are sorry. We are sorry. We didn't know where we kept the key and all of that. And that day passed. The following day, they just came to me and said, mommy, see, that yesterday, when you left, we didn't do what you asked us to do. We were playing. So as soon as we heard that the gate is opening, we started rushing so that we can do our chores. And that was why we didn't open the door on time. You know what? It was I just started laughing, and I felt like, oh, so they even, if they didn't share with me, how would I have known? I have fallen for their pranks. I have fallen. So that is the definition of being safe. When your child can feel that I can come to you, I can come to my parents. I developed a safe framework, and I'm going to teach it now. A safe framework, SAFE, safe framework. S stand for secure. When children know that I'm loved, even when I make mistakes, even when I don't measure up with my parents' expectation, I am still loved. That is a definition of a safe parent. Safe, SAFE. Then A for availability. Many of us parents are just physically present. We are not emotionally available for our children. I can understand that we are juggling so many responsibilities. You have to go to work, you have your career, you have family matter, you have your maybe academics, you are still doing one course or the other, you are doing this, you are doing that. A lot of things are dragging your attention as parents. Yes, I understand. We are in the same shoe. But even at that, we need to be intentional. We need to be emotionally present, not just physically at home. Some of us are at home or physically, yet it's like we are not at home. You go to work from morning, you are back in the night after a meal, no connection time with the family. You are in with your phone or your laptop, and everybody is you are just together, but you are living apart. That's not a safe parent. That is not a safe parenting system. That's why here in our home, we deliberately create a system that, encourages all of us to come together at night. We do this almost every day, every blessed day. We come together, no TV, no laptop, no screen. We are just together as family. We are just gisting. Sometimes we read Bible story for our children. Sometimes we tell them stories. We just laugh. We just play. It doesn't have to be a long time. 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes consistently is okay. If your family dynamics doesn't allow that, if it is weekly, it is okay. Just be consistent. Just be present emotionally. Then F for fear. Fear, not fear, fear. Consistent boundaries, predictable responses, no emotional explosions. Consistent boundaries, firm boundaries. Then he emotionally regulated. emotionally regulated. All right, emotionally regulated. Parents who manage themselves before managing children. That's is what it means to be emotionally regulated. You manage yourself before you manage your children. If you cannot manage yourself as a parent, you will miss it, you will react. Like, that's why I do say that parenting is not about controlling your child. Oh. A lot of us, we control our children. You control yourself to manage your child. Yes, that is one principle of intentional, effective parenting that will help you to raise well-rounded children. You don't control your child, you control yourself to manage your child. So, children don't borrow our advice, they borrow our nervous system. They borrow our nervous system. When we live with this consciousness, we will end up raising old children. So let me give you an analogy. Imagine adults walk into parenting carrying a backpack. Yes. Inside the pack are load of rejection, criticism, a lot of us are criticized. And when I want to correct our children, I do live uh, uh with this carefulness, because a lot of time when we are correcting, we are criticizing. This is a system that grew me up. There's difference between correcting and criticizing, and by default I started criticizing my children. So you are coming into parenting with criticism, rejection, shame, abandonment, confusion, fear, emotional neglect. This is a whole lot. So when stress increases, what happens? The backpack opens, and everything spits into your parenting. Everything splits into your parenting. And that's why some of us, I've even heard parents that when they're angry, they begin to say negative things to their children. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. So let me ask you, what was inside your own backpack while growing up? What did you come into parenting with? You can share with us in the chat box. Let us hear from you. What is inside your own backpack? Is it confusion? Is it fear? Is it anxiety, criticism, shame, rejection, emotional neglect, frustration? Frustration. What is that? We like to hear you. So, I want to talk about 5 childhood wounds that show up in parenting. 5 of them, majorly, 5 of them. You need to understand how these things show up so that you can know how to manage it. If you don't understand how it shows up, how they show up, you may not actually know how to handle it. Number 1 is rejection. If you get that, put it in the comment section. Rejection. Rejection. Many of us were rejected. Many of us were rejected, especially many children who seems to struggle with learning. With learning, we were rejected. And it shows up in our own parenting as I am never enough. No, it shows up as I am never enough. And in your own parenting, it's now showing up in your own parenting as needing perfect children. Parents who grew up in a system where they feel rejected, they want to raise perfect children. Nobody can raise perfect children. The reason why many of us are struggling with our children is not because our children are bad. In fact, most of the things that we complain about our children, they are developmentally okay. They are things that children need to do for healthy development. So sometimes it amazes me when a parent will say, Coach, my child is just troublesome. My child is just scattering the house. My child can't sit at a place. My child is running up and I ask, how old is that child? 3 years, 4 years. Go and get him a banking job now. Get him a banking job. What do you expect? That a 3-year-old child, a 4-year-old child will stay at the place. We have 8-year-old daughter. Hmm, he still plays with sand. She still plays with sand. Yes, today she cooked. She cooked. You know that kind of cooking that we normally do. She asked me, Mommy, please, can I pick a seasoning cube? I want to. I said, what do you need it for? Yeah, I'm just feeling. My head is just telling me that I should go and cut grass. I said, go and pick it. Go and do it. 8-year-old, and you have 4-year-old. You are complaining that your 4-year-old can't sit. No, children are not wired to sit at a place. If your child, you have a 4-year-old child, a 3-year-old child. In fact, you have children, and your house is quiet. Your house is not normal. Your children are not normal. They are not. So most of the things that we complain about children, they are developmentally okay. There are things that they need to do for healthy development. So we grew up, many of us that were rejected as a child, we grew up seeing ourselves that we are never good enough. And because we are having that feeling that we are never good enough, we want to raise perfect children. We find it difficult to accept differences. We just want our children to do things our own way. All right. Then the second uh childhood that shows up in our parenting is criticism. When every mistake was highlighted. When you are growing up, they will only talk about the bad things that you have done. Not even well done. You finish sweeping. See, you swept this. It's not clean. Oh, you do this. You wash. You did not do this well. Your parents never highlight any good thing you did. Your parents never highlight anything good was never highlighted. And now you overcorrect every mistake. Even the minor ones that you should just overlook, you are just you just keep correcting everything. We need to be intentional. Sometimes I feel like that too. Sometimes I will let me just leave this. These children are still learning. Hi. Hi. Thank you. These children are still learning. So it's now showing up in your own parenting as constant correction, little encouragement. Little encouragement. All right. Then the third one is emotional neglect. Nobody asks you, how are you feeling? I keep saying it. If you are raising children, don't joke with feelings. Don't joke with feelings. Don't joke with feelings. In another class, I will talk about why that is important. That's why I will encourage you not to miss this session. Every Saturday by 7 p.m., we are here talking about parenting, having hard conversation about parenting. I was teaching our daughter this evening. I was having a session with her daughter, and I was asking her about her feeling, and she was just naming it. I was teaching her about puberty, how to manage emotional changes. And I was so excited the way she was explaining different emotions. I was like, oh, I felt like a proud myself. Oh, we have done a good work in this area. We have taught them different kind of emotion. Ask your children how they are feeling, because you grew up in that system that never asked you how you are feeling. You now solve behavior. You ignore emotions. Your child is crying, and instead of you affirming that emotion, validating that emotion, You say, keep quiet. Why are you crying? What is making you to cry? Some of us will even say, if you don't stop crying, I will give you what will make you to cry. Sure, you want to cry. You know how you used to say it. Tell me how you used to say it in the chat box. You know how you used to say it. That is childhood showing up in your parenting. Then fear. When home was unpredictable, you grew up in a home that is unpredictable, no rules, no system, no structure, everything is just upside down, and nothing is predictable. You don't even know what is happening next. And now control becomes a coping mechanism, micromanaging, overprotecting, harsh discipline, all in the name of parenting. I'm talking about 5 ways that child would show up in our parenting. Then conditional love, that's the fifth one. Love dependent on performance. Some of us receive love only when we behave well. Only when we behave well. Only when you did well academically. That's when your parents will celebrate you. If you are here and you are doing that to your child, please stop it. I talked about this last week in last week's class. If you missed that session, if you missed last week's session, it's available on my channel. Please watch it. You will learn a whole lot. Conditional love. Conditional love. Now your children become projects, achievements, reflection of your identity. You know, you are correcting your child because of your own ego. Like a teenager once shared to me. She said, each time my mom is correcting me, she say, don't disgrace me, don't disgrace me. And I want to disgrace her. The correction is not based on love, it's based on your own ego, on your own identity. Instead of people, your children became projects instead of people, achievements. So, breaking the generational circles. Breaking the generational circle. If you're here with me, say hi, coach. Say hi, coach. Hi, coach. Okay. Say hi, coach. Let me see that you are here with me. So, I want to talk about breaking generational principles. Cycles. Breaking generational cycles. Every family passes down 3 things. And I'm going to share those 3 things with you in a short while. Every family, your family, my own family, passes down 3 things. The first one is belief. The second one is behavior. The third one is emotional patterns. 3 things: belief, behavior, emotional patterns. By the time I'm done explaining this, you will understand which one exactly did your own family pass down to you. And the family you are building now, you will understand what you also are passing down to the next generation. Let me give you uh, an explanation. My father shouted. My father shouted, though, and I hate shouting. But when stress arrives, what happens? I shout. Eh? I shout. I said, every family passes down 3 things. Number one is belief. Number two is behavior. Number three is emotional patterns. Emotional patterns. You know why this will happen? Your father shouted, you hate shouting, or your father beat, you hate beating, you hate it, you know you hate beating. But when you are stressed, when your children get you angry, you can't even control it. You can't manage your emotions. And you do what? You beat, you shout. You know why? Because unhealed patterns repeat automatically. If you get that, type it in the chat box. Unhealed patterns repeats itself automatically by default. By default. And that is why teaching like this is important. That is why you need to be intentional about healing yourself. This is not about condemning. This is not about, feeling rejected. This is not about regretting your childhood. It is about correcting the wrong. It is about awareness, being aware of what went wrong in your own parenting. In your own parenting. So I developed something I called the cycle of change. The cycle of change. Trigger, from trigger to reaction, from reaction to reflection, from reflection to repair. That's a cycle, change of cycle. Then from repair to replacement, from replacement to repetition, from repetition to transformation. Let me explain that one after the other. I'll try and be, as simple as possible. Triggers. You need to understand your triggers. What triggers you? What triggers your childhood wound? You need to understand your trigger. Then you reflect. You reflect on those triggers. Those triggers, reflect on them. Then repair. What do you need to do? What do you need uh, to do with those triggers? Then replace. What do you need to replace your reactions with? What do you need to replace your reaction with? Then repetition. You repeat what you replace. I hope you are getting this. You repeat what you replace. Let me give an example. Let me give an example. One of the things you can do when you have big emotions is to have a deep breath. That's one of the coping strategies, to manage big emotions. Um, Taking a deep breath. So you have understood your trigger. Your trigger could be when you instruct your child to do something. The first time, the second time, the third time, you get triggered. When your child refuses to respond, you get triggered. That is identifying your trigger. Then you reflect. Should this actually cause, me to react? You reflect. Then you repair. What do I need to do when this happens? Then you replace. I can replace my emotions with deep breathing. Then you repeat that deep breathing that you have replaced. You repeat it. Repetition. Repetition is a footpath, is a roadway to, mastery, to perfection. Repetition. You keep repeating. You keep repeating. Then what happens? Transformation. Transformation. Then your parenting will be transformed. Healing isn't I'll never make mistakes. No, that's not that's not healing. Healing is not about not making mistakes. Mm-mm, it is not. Healing is I recover differently. Excuse me. So healing is not that, oh, because I'm not learning about trauma recovery, because I'm now healing. I'm now healing from a childhood trauma. So I will never make mistake. You will still mistake even when you are healed. So healing is not that I will never make mistake. No. Healing means I recover differently. That even when I make mistake, I know what to do and I know how to do what I need to do. That is what healing is all about. So how do you heal while parenting? Many of us has come into parenting, we embarked on our parenting journey with our backpack full of rejection, full of criticism, full of fear, full of anxiety, full of frustration. Mm? So how do you heal? while parenting. Of course, you can't take holiday from parent. You can't say, "Oh, I want to stop parenting so that I can go and learn how to heal." That is not possible. You and I know that. So as you are parenting in your journey, you still keep you be healing as you are going. You are healing yourself. Parenting is huge. Like Merit Six something said that parenting is crucial. Yes, you are very correct. Parenting is crucial. It is. So I'm going to teach you practical habits that you can start using immediately. The first practice that I'll teach is pause before reacting. Pause before reacting. I don't teach theory. I don't teach theory. I teach practical strategies that are research backed and that are field tested. Things that I'm teaching are things that I do, not only that is working for me, that are working for many other parents. When you are trying to effect change, you might struggle. It might seem hard in the beginning, but if you persist, you will definitely get your desired results. I can assure you. Pausing is what I have intentionally, is a skill that I've intentionally developed, and I'm still working on it currently. So you pause before reacting. One deep breath hmm, can, save you from splitting your own childhood trauma into your parenting. That was one of the things I taught our daughter this evening when I was having a session with her. I taught her about deep breathing and we did it together. When you're having big feelings, you are triggered, you know that you are triggered, you pause, take a deep breath, breathe in slowly, then out slowly. It does a whole lot. I asked our daughter when we tried this for quite a number of times. I asked, "How did you feel?" She said, I felt better. So deep breathing is a good and effective, strategy that will help you to deal with your childhood trauma that is splitting into your parenting. Even one prayer, oh, God help me. Do you know if you're having big emotions, you are triggered and you are able to break, you have a deep breath and you just say, it's not a long prayer. You just say, oh, Father, help me. You have broken that cycle. And most times you won't react, you will eventually respond to any circumstance or any situation that happens. You can also pause to ask questions. What is happening inside of me? Something happened shortly before I came to class. I was just having emotions. I was just having a kind of, emotions. You may not be able to pay attention to these things because possibly you don't know them, but it happens. But because I'm aware, I quickly notice what is going on inside of me. So I was having that emotion, and our children are talking. The three children are talking at the time. Mommy, I want this. Hey, that, mommy, why this? Hey, and I was feeling triggered, kind of, and I told them, please, I'm having big emotions. My daughter said, what is making you to have it? I said, I don't know. Please, I need some time. Let me work on my emotions. And I paused. I was still there with them, but I was able to pause and I asked, what is going inside of me? And I was able to identify the trigger. In the real sense of it, my children were not the trigger. When I was able to pause, to reflect, I was able to identify the trigger. That's the power of pause. So you pause before reacting. Then the second practice is name your emotions. See, if you don't learn emotional vocabulary, you may not be able to heal your childhood trauma. Yes, because your childhood wound, your childhood trauma splits into your own parenting, uh, uh, and it reflects in your emotions. So you need to understand, you need to have emotional vocabularies. And that's why I keep telling parents, One of the greatest gifts that you can give to your children is to equip them with emotional vocabulary. Even as adults, some of us don't know the difference between feeling angry and feeling lonely. If you cannot name your emotions, you cannot manage it. If you can't name your emotions, you cannot tame it. The reason why many of us cannot control our emotions is because we can't name our emotions. Me, when I'm angry, once I can say I am angry, I'm in control. I'm in control. Something happened on Thursday. I was really upset. I was really upset. And the person that, I was having the issue with, as the person was talking, I was, as in, I knew I was really upset. And I said, I am angry right now. And once I said that, it's just as if that anger was just punctured. And I was able to calm myself down. So you need to learn to manage your emotions. To name your emotions, emotional vocabulary. And children learn emotional intelligence from emotional intelligent parents. So if you as a parent, if you are not emotionally intelligent, you will not raise emotional intelligent children. See, emotions are not taught verbally. Hmm? They are taught by experience. Did you get that? Put it in the chat box. I said emotions are not taught verbally. Yes, you can speak, do this, this is how to, manage your emotions. This is, but your children will catch emotions. They will learn emotions by experience. How you are well intelligent, what you know about emotional intelligence. All right. So the third practice is repair quickly. You will make mistakes. You will commit errors. You will commit blunders. Like I said earlier, there is no perfect parent. There is no perfect parent. Even we parenting experts, any parenting expert who is telling you, and I'm sure no parenting expert will say that. I'm sure. No. Because we know that perfection does not exist. It doesn't. Hmm? So when you lash out, when eventually your childhood wound, your childhood trauma split into your parenting openly, it's okay. Just repair quickly. I was wrong. I shouldn't have shouted at you. Hmm? You didn't deserve that. I shouldn't have hit you. I am learning. I say this to our children. See, it teaches responsibility. Many of us grew up in that system. I can't remember that my father repaired with me. My father would say, I'm sorry, I did this to you. I've never done that. No, I can't remember. Maybe a few times my mom would say that, but I can't remember. I can't remember. It's possible, but for me not to remember, it means it's something that is uncommon. But hey, I have learned that. I have learned to say sorry when I do something wrong. When I treat my children the way they shouldn't be treated, I have learned to say wrong. And I say it, we say it, her, my husband, we say it without shame. We say it intentionally, not the kind of repair that you say, sorry that I beat you, but it's you that make me to beat you. So next time, don't do that. No, we say it with genuinity, with intentionality. That, oh, we are deeply sorry. We did this to you. We shouldn't have do it. We shouldn't have done that. We are still learning. We are still learning, and we are constantly and intentionally working on, stopping that pattern. Repair is stronger than pretending nothing happened. Parents, come. Too many teenagers have complained to me that when my parents did something wrong, instead of them to apologize, they will now be using corner corner. Some of you now buy gifts. You will now be over nice to your children. Don't pretend like nothing happened. When you are wrong, own up. Own up to it. Take responsibility. And that's why a lot of us adults have seen adults who will be wrong and will be, looking for excuse, finding excuse. No, repair is stronger than pretending nothing happened. Then the fourth practice is parent yourself. See, if you don't reparent yourself, mm, that circle will continue. That circle, you will keep, you know, passing down that circle. Your parent did something wrong to you, you didn't like it, but because you didn't parent yourself, you are now doing it. Your parents pass it down to you, you are doing it, you pass it down to your children didn't parent themselves, your children will pass it to their, their own children, and the cycle will keep continue, and we won't get solutions to the societal problems that we are having. Like I said earlier, that all the problems that we are dealing with currently, they are parenting problems. They are family problems. If we can get parenting right, we will get almost all these problems solved. So parent yourself. Ask daily, what did I need as a child? What did I need as a child? In our course, healing the inner child, we call out your inner child, the younger you, and we guide you on how to reparent that child. What your inner child needs: the love, the care, the affection, the affirmation that your inner child needs but couldn't get. We teach you, we guide you how to give it to your inner child. See, until you heal your inner child, you will never be able to parent with wholeness. And if you are not old, a old parent will only raise an old child. Meaning that a parent who is not old will end up raising damaged children. Did you understand that? So you keep asking yourself, what did I need as a child? What is that thing that I craved of as a child that I didn't get? Can I give some of that to myself today? Yes, that pampering that you crave of as a child and that you didn't get, you be intentional. You give it to yourself now. Rest, encouragement, affirmation, permission, compassion, affection, support. What is that thing? What is that thing? You ask yourself, and you intentionally give it to yourself. You are giving yourself one of the greatest gifts. We think perfect gift is car, is houses. Oh, that's nice. Is it beautiful to gift yourself a car? Of course it is. It is beautiful to give yourself a house or nice dress. Nice, of course it is. But one of the greatest gifts that you can give yourself, is to heal your inner child. Is to heal your inner child. You can have car and be damaged. You can be rich and be damaged. And it will not end with you. You will transfer it to your children, and the cycle will continue. Then the fifth practice is get help. Get help. You are not a weak parent for getting help. Stop pretending that like nothing is happening when you know that something is actually happening. You get angry with little things. You know that something is not right with you. Get help. You are not weak for getting help. You are not weak for seeking for help. You are not. As a matter of fact, you are strong. You are aware. It means you are aware. It means you are aware. Get help. Most times, breaking um, cycle does not happen alone. It doesn't happen in isolation. You need help. Many of us need help. Can I burst your bubble? Me, me, me. I went through healing course for myself. I went through healing course, 2 different sessions. Mm. So don't think it's only people that have a problem. It's only people. Many of us have problem. Many of us don't know. Many of us know, we are just living in denial. As one of my big sisters said, there was a time I was talking with one of my big sister, Coach Bola, and she said, "Ha, Coach Ayo, after paying school fee, the next person parents need to pay is pay is uh, parents parenting coaches. Don't wait until everything is turned upside down. Hmm? Seek for help. If you need counseling, seek for help. We are here. You need therapy. If you need coaching, seek for help. Contact us. If you need mentoring, seek for help. You are not weak for seeking for help. I created this platform. I keep screaming. I keep shouting. Come to class. How many people are in class? This is a free class. All the things that I'm sharing here, they are things that I learned with money. There are things that I've worked for me to come out to teach, to have a 1 hour session. I must have invested about 3 hours. Yes, because I need to read, I need to prepare my slide, I need to get, my assets and all of that ready, and all of that to sit to have a session. This is a free session that you can come. And I keep saying, share the link to this session, share this YouTube channel link, share it with your friends, whoever that is co-parenting with you, your children teacher, your neighbor, whoever that is raising your children with you. How many of us are in class? We'll keep doing our own. Hmm? So seek for help. Seek for help. Get help. Look for professional. We are here to help you. We are here to help you. If you are not whole, you cannot raise whole children. And that is why we see a lot of children misbehaving. Angry streets. Someone had an accident. Someone that is bleeding who needed help. And someone in his or her right senses will pick up phone and be doing and be recording. To achieve what? To achieve what exactly? So many things are wrong with us. And it boils down to how we are parenting. And I'm afraid. I'm currently writing a book, uh, the it the hidden cost of a broken home. That's the book I'm currently writing. And as I was writing that book during the week, I was thinking, I was like, I'm afraid. I'm afraid of how the next 10 years, the next generation, how it will look like. When I see parenting who are just, they're just living life, they're just parenting, no structure, no discipline, no boundary, nothing. They are just, parenting anyhow. And children are turning out anyhow, not to be okay. And these are prayed, I will say, oh, my parents did this to me and I turned out to be okay. When it is written all over them that they are not okay. Please seek for help. If you need prayer, fine. If it's a trusted community, I have created a trusted community. See, someone just shared an honest comment here. And this is what I appreciate. Honest comments. When you see someone share this experience and you have a similar experience, it relieves you. It gives you a kind of relief that, oh, this is not just only about me. And you can be sure that you can help. You can get help. Journaling, journal. I still talk about this when I was teaching as a daughter this evening. Journaling. Strong parents ask for help. Weak parents pretend. So if you know that you have issues that you are dealing with in your parenting, you are struggling, you are wounded, as a child, and you are still pretending, you are still patching it as if all is well. What it means is that you are weak, you are not strong. Eh? You are not strong, you are weak, you need help, and you are managing when you can get help. What am I here for? I'm here for you. Yes. I am here for you. If I, with all the works that I've done in parenting, with what I know, with the work that I've done, with the books that I've written, if I am still attending healing classes, yes, I still have a course that I want to, attend, healing course that I want to attend. I still have it before the end of this year, God willing. Get help. Like I said, broken circles rarely heal in isolation. You need help. If your childhood is wounded, you need help. So I'll quickly run through 7 daily habits of emotionally safe parents. 7 daily habits. These are habits that you can, start inculcating now to make you become a safe parent that you didn't have. And I call it a safe home habit. Is the safe home habit. The safe, SAFE, then habits, HAB. Sorry, I'm mixing it up. The safe home habits. Safe home is the framework. Safe home, SAFE. Then home, HOME. Safe home habits. The first one, S, is smile before correction. Smile before correction. I usually make my models, my framework as simple as possible that anybody, you don't need to be a genius, you don't need to be perfect, you just need to grab it and you'll be able to apply it. Smile before correction. Your child is misbehaving, or you know that you are triggered. Just take a time to smile. Even if the smiling doesn't come from within, just smile. Just break that cycle. Smile before correction. Then affection every day. Show affection to yourself, show affection to your children. If you want to be the safe parent that you didn't have, hmm, always show affection. Don't let your children earn it. No, give it. Don't show affection to your children only when they make you happy. Then F for feelings before fixing. Attend to feelings before fixing. Instead of saying stop crying, say you look disappointed. It seems you're having big feelings. It seems something is going wrong. Can you share with me? So deal with the feelings first before fixing behavior. Then E is for eye contact. This is very, very, very important. Children need to feel seen. You want to correct your child. Eye contact is important. Sometimes, even putting your hand, physical touch is important. It makes, it makes your child to feel seen and respected. Eye contact. Then the home, HOME. I just talk about safe, SAFE. You may need to watch this session again in case you are not getting how I'm talking about it. I'm sure that if you watch it again, you understand. I am 7 minutes late, so I need to rush. I need to rush up. So, honest apology. H is for honest apology. Be that parent that will apologize when things go wrong. Come down from that ios. Yes, I know you are the parent. You are the one feeding that child. You are the one, clothing the child. You are the one giving the child. You are even the father. You are the mother. Yes, I am aware. I am aware. But that doesn't erase the fact that age doesn't, because you are old, doesn't mean you shouldn't be irresponsible. You should be responsible for your misbehavior. So, honest apology is a powerful modeling. All this is, I've seen children that their parents will be saying, so you cannot apologize. So you did this, you don't know apologize. We didn't struggle with our children. Once they do so, in fact, sometimes they over apologize. Mommy, I'm sorry. Mommy, I say, it's okay. I'm just trying to correct you. I'm not angry. I'm correcting and say, Mommy, I'm sorry. It's okay. I know you are learning. Why? Because we have modeled that. When we are wrong, we apologize sincerely, honestly. We take responsibility. Then O is for one-on-one time. One-on-one time, 10 minutes daily. Like I said, every day we have connection moments. Every day, except on rare cases, every single day we come together. Sometimes, because of family dynamics, sometimes it will be only me when my beloved is not at home, when my husband is not at home. When he's at home, we have it together. But at least one of us, we have connection, we have one time. Sometimes I even have time, one-on-one time with one, each of our children at different time, even with our babies, with our 4-year-olds, our 3-year-old son. One-on-one time, no phone, no distraction, no, no correction, just connecting, just having one-on-one moments. Mm. Then M for meaningful encouragement. Praise efforts, not just results. Even if your child cannot meet up with your expectation, but that effort that child puts, appreciate it. Appreciate it. Meaningful encouragement. When you do that, you are becoming a safe parent for your child. All right? For your child. Now, I want you to imagine this. Imagine the future. Imagine your child. Maybe your child is 5-year old now, your child is 7-year old, your child is 10-year old. Just imagine the future. Close your eyes and imagine. Imagine your child at 30. Imagine your child at 35. Imagine your child at 40. If someone asks you, what was it like growing up? What do you hope that your child will say? What do you hope that your child will say? Do you hope that your child will say, oh, with my parents, I felt safe? Oh, looking back, my parents made me feel safe. Would you want your child to say that? Hmm? Would you want your child to say, oh, my parents were never perfect, but I knew that I was loved? Would you expect your child to do that? If you want that, then it starts now. It starts now. What you want to see in the future will not just appear one day. Boom. No. You start creating system. You start creating environments that will make that possible. Your parents shaped you. My parents shaped me. But our parents don't have to define us. Your parents shape you, but they do not have to define you. Your wound explain your reactions. Yes, your wound will explain your reaction, but they do not excuse them. Your wound do not excuse your reaction. Every time you choose connection over fear, you choose calm over chaos, you choose curiosity over control, repair over pride. You are rewriting your family story. Let me say that again. I say, whenever, every time that you choose connection over fear, you choose calm over chaos, you choose curiosity over control, you choose repair over pride, you are rewriting your family story. And you know what? Generations to come will thank you for it. Yes, generations to come will thank you for it. Healing may have started with you. You may be the one to initiate that healing, to start that healing, but it won't end with you. Yes, it will become part of your children inheritance. And if there's one gift that you should give to your children, it is a gift of a safe parent. Thank you all for joining me. Sorry, I'm 14 minutes late. Thank you for joining me. What is it that you are leaving this class with today? I love to hear from the chat box. I read all the chats, I read all your comments, and I would love to hear for you. And if you are watching replay, please do well to put down your comments. Every Saturday, we are here by 7 p.m. We're having honest conversation around parenting. Join me again next week, Saturday. Once again, my name is Ayulu Adedeji. I'm the founder and the lead consultant at the Model Family Purpose. I am the parenting guru. Anything about parenting, you can count on me. And if you have any topic, anything you want me to address, please feel free to share with me. I will love to help you. Thank you. And until next time, keep parenting with intention.